And I can tell you that people within the NBA community are not just concerned about Ja Morant playing basketball. They're concerned about whether or not he's going to be alive.
Once a high-flying NBA sensation, Ja Morant is now spiraling. From a slam-dunking superstar by day to a wannabe gangster at night, he is swapping his basketball for controversy and slowly destroying his career. With Ja Morant's recent exploits, it seems like he has misunderstood the concept of shooting in basketball. He keeps forgetting that the only shots people are interested in are three-pointers, not 38 specials.
You got a $200 million contract, and you want people in the NBA to think you hood, to think you gangster, because you roll with these type of people. Bro, you putting yourself in harm's way when you don't have to. Nobody looks at you, John, and think, man, that's a thug. He hood. He down. He about that. You not. Stop pretending. All you do is yap and talk about, oh, I'm going to let him live to see another day. I'm going to do this. You're not going to do nothing.
The stunning part isn't just his private embrace of this wannabe gangster lifestyle, but his decision to stream it to millions. It's like a twisted reality show, with Morant in the driver's seat, steering his reputation into rocky waters. The whole gangster persona began last summer when Ja got to play a pickup basketball game that didn't involve epic dunks or ankle-breaking moves. Instead, it was about you allegedly throwing punches at a 17-year-old. Ja was supposed to give us jaw-dropping dunks over NBA players, not making headlines for punching teenagers in pickup games. But hey, who am I to judge? I once tripped over my own feet in a pickup game, and that's not even half as exciting. Then, even more drama. January 29th marked a Memorial Day after the altercation between Ja Morant and the Indiana Pacers. After the game, Ja decided to pull off a gangster-style stunt. A massive black SUV zoomed by, grabbing everyone's attention. Inside, they couldn't believe their eyes. It was Ja Morant himself with his mysterious crew, but what really freaked them out was a bright red laser shooting from the SUV's window, targeting them. Can you imagine what went through the heads of the Pacer players? Fast forward to March 6th. Our man Morant had something different in mind for lighting up the nightclub in Glendale, Colorado. However, it wasn't his impressive dance moves that took center stage, but rather it was a gun. Then the NBA star got hit with a 4-game suspension and a trip to counseling in Florida. Like that wasn't enough, they had handed him an 8-game suspension with 0 pay.
If you want to be considered the league that does the right thing in here is I'll see you at the halfway mark. Go to a proper rehab center. You go for 30 days. You don't go for 96 hours. You go for 30 days, which he didn't do the first time. He made the whole thing a joke the first time. And the NBA allowed that to happen?
Just when you think, okay, he's learned his lesson, he pulls another fast. On May 14th, Ja was boldly showcasing a gun to his massive followers of 10 million Instagram users. The audacity of his actions raised eyebrows and stirred genuine concern among fans and the Grizzlies organization, which got Ja immediately benched. His stupidity did not end when a new video emerged, this time featuring his friend Devontae Pack, and yet again, Ja shows off his gun. I mean, seriously guys, is the Instagram turning into the new Wild West? And the sad part? The drama was far from over. In fact, as a consequence of this incident, Devontae Pack was banned from attending Grizzly games for an entire year, adding another layer to this ongoing saga. After being suspended for 8 games earlier, it made matters worse and ended up costing him around $1.5 million of his salary for the 2022-23 season. To make matters worse, the Memphis Grizzlies have delivered a devastating blow by announcing that Ja will be sidelined indefinitely for the upcoming 2024 season. As if the basketball gods were reveling in his misery, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver announced,
"Shortly after the conclusion of the finals, we will announce the outcome of that investigation."
But here's where it gets even worse. Ja had signed a contract extension with the Grizzlies, and if he had made the All-NBA team this year, he could have scored a sweet bonus of $39 million over the next 5 seasons. After that, he went on Insta and posted a message that had fans and the media in a frenzy. People were genuinely concerned about his well-being. Tennessee State Police went as far as making a house call to ensure that our beloved star was okay. Fortunately, he was perfectly fine. However, the posts he shared on Instagram were quite chilling. Causing a temporary panic among his followers, they disappeared from his profile soon after. But not before causing quite a stir and leaving us with more questions than answers. Are Ja's missteps his fault? Or is there someone else to blame? Let's dive deeper into the problem. From a tiny South Carolina town to the dazzling spotlight, the Morant family's journey has been nothing short of extraordinary. But as fame and fortune surrounded them, the line between charisma and controversy blurs. Ja Morant, once destined to become the face of the entire NBA, now found himself in an alarming situation. Suddenly, life changed for the Morant family. From a small town in South Carolina to the high-flying world of the NBA, they found themselves in a story like no other. Ja Morant, on the edge of becoming a superstar, is now a big turning point. His team, the Memphis Grizzlies, one of the toughest in the NBA, is now stepping into unknown times. Not only Ja, his parents too are trying to find their way through the maze of sudden fame. In a place where each face is familiar, their actions echoed loudly, sending ripples through a close-knit community where everyone shares the same small-town dreams.
I mean, y'all gave him $200 million. I just said a town with 3,000 people. You expect him to be responsible?
In the electrifying world of basketball, the 23-year-old Ja Morant was turning heads with his smooth moves and gravity-defying dunks, catapulting the Memphis Grizzlies to a thrilling second seed this season. Pulling in an impressive average of 26.2 points per game, 6 rebounds, over 8 assists, and 46.6% shooting. He's not just good, he's spectacular. In the middle of his super fast rise to fame, Ja isn't afraid to admit when he's messed up, both on and off the court.
It's not who I am. I don't condone any type of violence, but I take full responsibility for my actions.
That's a real leader right there. But he's also doing stupid things that make you wonder, if Ja keeps this up, what's going to happen to his team, his own name, and the amazing future he started to build in the NBA? Imagine this. One moment, Ja Morant is on top of the world. He's soaring high with his electrifying dunks, and top brands like Powerade, Coca-Cola, and Nike are lining up to ink deals with him. But then, faster than one of his lightning-quick passes, everything changes. Powerade, quick as a hiccup, pulls his face from its ads. Nike, the brand that had him strutting his own signature sneakers, decides they'd rather unlace the ties. That's a whopping $25 million deal down the drain. Now, instead of being the guy with the must-have kicks, he's wandering the sneaker world without a home.
I want to flash my gun and make videos and do things. Okay, that's fine. But you can't make money on the NBA doing this stuff.
In Memphis, Ja Morant was supposed to be the shining star. You know, the kind of player that lands a $200 million deal and becomes the face of the franchise. Now, according to Stephen A. Smith, the NBA is planning to bench Ja for a whole year after the NBA Finals. That leaves the Grizzlies in a tough spot. They've hitched their wagon to a guy who's creating more headaches off the court than highlights on it. Trading him? Good luck finding a team willing to take on a $40 million per season player who's acting out like a rebellious teenager. But the saddest part? The potential that Ja has. He's got the talent and charisma to become one of the greats. Right now, the Grizzlies and Ja's fans can only watch, hope, and pray that he finds his way before it's too late. This isn't just about basketball anymore. This is about a young man's life that's spiraling out of control. And we all know in the game of life, there are no do-overs. And the scary truth? As of now, he's on a fast track to becoming one of the biggest what-ifs in NBA history.